I'm pleased to reframe that we are actively operationalizing Article 6 to harness its transformative potential for our nation and the global community. The outcomes of COP29 in Baku, particularly the historic approval of carbon guidelines, constitute a significant milestone in our collective pursuit of effective climate action. Article 6 represents an unprecedented opportunity to develop and strengthen global carbon markets, which are for achieving our low carbon growth, aspiration and adaptation objectives. In the context of Pakistan's development trajectory, these mechanisms transcend technical solutions. They stand as strategic tools that will underpin our sustainable development and enhance our climate resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, approving carbon guidelines marks a watershed moment in international climate cooperation. Pakistan stands ready to adopt and implement these guidelines with the highest standards of integrity, transparency, and ambition. We are aligning our institutional frameworks with these evolving global standards with the twin goals of attracting climate-friendly investment and maintaining the environmental integrity of our carbon market. These proactive alignment will build international confidence in Pakistan's capacity to contribute meaningfully to global emission reductions. Pakistan is uniquely positioned to leverage carbon markets for transformative large-scale change areas such as renewable energy, expansion, afforestation, and sustainable urban development offers immense potential for carbon abatement and green growth. We also recognize that no nation can move forward in isolation. Hence, regional collaborations across South Asia in carbon trading, shared climate finance mechanisms, and capacity building remains a critical component of our collective progress towards a more resilient future. While the path ahead is indeed promising, I acknowledge that the challenges persist, among them capacity gaps and the necessity for robust regulatory frameworks. In response, the government of Pakistan is undertaking targeted initiatives to strengthen our institutional and technical capabilities. We are forwarding strategic partnerships with multilateral agencies and private stakeholders to develop the expertise and infrastructure required for success. Central to these efforts of establishment of a rigorous monitoring, reporting and verifications MRV systems, ensuring that our actions carry credibility and can be validated both domestically and internationally. Pakistan has constantly served as a constructive and a forward-looking voice in global climate negotiations. Building on this legacy, we will continue to advocate for framework under Article 6 that are inclusive and equitable. Particularly for developing countries, we remain fully committed to promoting South-South cooperation and fostering capacity building initiatives so that no nation is left behind in the global transition towards carbon neutrality. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge developed nations to fulfill their pledges considering financial and technical support. A prerequisite to the successful deployment of Article 6 mechanism in countries like ours, capacity building efforts remains paramount, and I call upon the international community to extend robust support so that Pakistan and the other developing nations can fully leverage the benefits of these new carbon markets avenues. We welcome engagement from all stakeholders, including government, international organizations, development partners, private sectors, to shape Article 6 operationalization inclusivity and effectively. Pakistan stands on the cusp of leading the region in carbon trading innovations and low carbon development, using Article 6 as a powerful catalyst to steer our economy and society onto a more sustainable path. The journey ahead demands a shared commitment and cooperative spirit from all. I invite each of you to join hands and friends to join Pakistan in forging a future that harmonizes development priorities with our moral responsibility to protect our planet, because together we can bring the change. It's not, and I always say, it's not I, it's not you, it's not me, it's us.
The COP29 decision contains the building blocks for the operation of carbon markets and making country-to-country trading and making a carbon crediting mechanism fully operational. The decision prescribed the agreed standards for a centralized carbon market under the United Nations.
SDPI is a backbone in allowing Pakistan to attract foreign investment, foreign financing in fighting climate change, and also to enter the carbon markets. And personally, I'm very proud that Denmark works so closely with you and also will do so in 2025. That partnership we cemented just a month ago, where we had a big celebration at my residence to celebrate 75 years anniversary of Denmark's and Pakistan's diplomatic relations. So we have grown into close partners, Denmark and SDPI, and I was very proud also that you, Ambassador and Chairman of SDPI, were there to celebrate that together with us in November. But no matter how hard Denmark and SDPI we try to fight climate change, we will only succeed if the government of Pakistan continuously secures a conducive environment for climate action. Ministry of Climate Change, Madam Romina, very good to see you. Always a pleasure. You play a vital role for Pakistan's fight against climate change. And you have just completed a vital step in that respect. You have just launched a new policy guideline for trade in carbon markets. And it fits very well with Denmark and Pakistan's bilateral relationship, our green engagement to work together on climate change. That means that we align our positions in international climate negotiations, and we support each other's efforts in making our societies more sustainable. At the COP29 in Baku, the Danish Prime Minister met with Pakistan's Prime Minister. Also the Foreign Minister was there, and obviously Madam Romina was also there. And we again committed ourselves to work closely together in the years to come.